Hey Lan, hi folks, it's Lev. Welcome back to another video. For those of you who are new, I use him pronouns. Once again, I'm filming a video near midnight, and it seems to be a very common theme across many of my videos where I film videos late at night. And maybe it's because that's where my thoughts collect them. I don't know if thoughts collecting the most is the right word, but maybe it's the most active. My brain's process things throughout the day. I don't know. I just like filming things at night, apparently. Anyway, you might be wondering why I'm so energetic at this time. Usually at this time, I'm not really energetic and I'm just like deflated and I just don't want to do much and my brain's already starting to shut down. But today I did new things. I first went to an LGBT book group at a library near my house. I've never been to a book group before that I remember because I don't like reading. I dislike reading. That's a whole different thing. I dislike reading because I don't remember what I read, and it takes me like reading that paragraph or two paragraphs 5 times for me to really understand what is actually being said. And yeah, I just don't like reading. And I also went to an LGBT like swim night event, and it's the first time I've been to a public swimming pool since I came out as trans. Yes, public pool where it's just not like one pool and there's like no one around. It's like a public swimming pool. With the pool when no one's around, it's like me and my fam just go to like a spa, the hotel, for example, when there was no one there. But this is like an actual public swimming pool, big pool. And I didn't wear a shirt, and it was so liberating to just be me in public and, you know, not wear a shirt and also not experience so much dysphoria around my chest. So yeah, that was awesome. I did new things like I went on pitch dark water slide 4 times in a row. Like it was pitch dark, like inside. It was literally like you're sleeping, you're closing your eyes in the dark. You cannot see anything in there. And it's just like sort of ties into the video in a way. Yeah, and I just want to talk about like how the different experiences and how going outside has really helped with me feeling more mentally healthy and balanced. So I'm gonna sort of rewind to like the bigger picture is throughout my life that I can remember, I've usually been a very solitary person and I haven't really been socialized and I don't really go to events, I don't go to parties. When I was younger, I didn't really hang out with friends outside of school. I do hang out with friends now, but it's just very infrequent. Like every few weeks, I catch up with one friend type thing. I don't go to like social events or parties or engage in community events and do that sort of thing. So most of my hobbies are like in my house. So making YouTube content mostly is in my house or yeah, mostly in my house. Drumming is in my house. I play guitar in my house. I make music in my house. I play video games in my house. I watch movies in my house most of the time, except for those few times that I go and see a horror movie in the cinema that I really like. Essentially, most of my hobbies and things I do are in my house. Back then when I was studying, besides going outside to go to school and like taekwondo back then, a few times a week, I would just stay in my house. And one thing I never realized until like recently is that staying in my house so much doesn't do well for my mental health because I feel like I've come to realize that it feels like I'm stuck in a prison. The same four walls of my room, the same walls of my house every single day for how many hours that I'm awake. except for like the exception is when I go outside, which is rare. Um, it just I never realized how much it did my head in, and how much it contributed to me feeling like just trapped. And I keep thinking it's always something about me that I need to work on, which things I haven't worked on, and like past trauma and challenges definitely have an impact. But I didn't realize how much the environment I'm in, like the physical environment I'm in, affects this until recently. Also, when I was studying, when at school, even when I was working from home during COVID, I barely went outside, and I didn't really take proper breaks either. And I just like kept thinking that I didn't work or study smart. I worked and studied harder, but I didn't really do it smartly. It's like, for example, when I got stuck on an assignment that I've been staring at for 2 hours, as in staring at my computer screen for 2 hours, I'm just like, "Oh, why can't I get anywhere? Like, why can't I get anywhere? It's like, I'm so annoyed. I can't, like, come on, work. My brain wasn't like coming up with anything. I got stuck there. And I wandered to my kitchen to get water. I wandered around my house, and I went back to my room trying to like figure it out how to overcome this problem. But I still felt stuck a lot of the time. And I didn't realize it's because I've been stuck in my whole house. I've been stuck in my house. I'm seeing the same thing. I'm getting the same input, like stimulus, like the environment's the same, the objects in my house are the same, the noises are the same, the sights are the same, this, everything's the same. And then my brain isn't sparked to like think down a new path or think about things in a different way, because the environment I'm in is the same all the time. And it's the same with my creative projects. Like when I was making, I don't really know if I went outside, but then um, I, I didn't get inspiration. It's hard to think down a different path because I'm in the same environment all the time. And I'm just like, the solution was to literally go outside and do different things, not like be so preoccupied with just accomplishing the thing that I don't give my brain a break. I don't give my brain new stimulation. I don't give my brain new experiences that helps it formulate new thoughts and ideas and whatnot. And because I didn't think of that as work. Work was staring at a computer screen, trying to figure shit out. If I hung out with my friends, if I went to an event, or if I spend time, just relaxing, giving my brain space to slow down and take a break and recalibrate. If I remember once I was so intense on assignment that I didn't even take a break to eat some fruit. Because I'm like, I have no time, not even to eat a piece of fruit. Like, it's so stupid. Like, that's how intense it was. I'm sure many of you can relate when you study or work. Be like, I have no time to eat. I have no time for breaks. And sometimes that's definitely the case. But when there's, like for me, doing assignments, it doesn't have to be that way. Anyway, yeah, I lost my point again. Yes, I didn't think that taking care of myself and actually slowing down and doing different activities was work. Therefore, it's not productive. But now I've realized that I'm actually more unproductive, and I cannot do shit if I'm constantly working from burnout state. So if I'm like already burnt out here, I recoup a little bit, I go up here, and then I do work or study or whatever it is. The next day, I go back to burnout, I recoup energy ever so slightly, that I burn out the next day, and I'm just living in this state of near burnout, recoup some energy, go back to burnout, recoup some energy. It's not, I have an abundance of things here, and then I have buffer energy to deal with other life things. It's just working on the borderline of burnout and going back between burnout and cross the line between I'm not so much, like I have a little bit of energy, and then burnout. It's just living on a state of burnout. And that's a lot due to not looking after myself properly and not taking breaks and not slowing down. And it's also because I'm stuck in my same environment the whole time because it links because I don't think I have time to go out. I don't think I have time to hang out with friends. This was before I realized this, like late last year or like really solidified the past 2 months, really. No, it's not past 2 months, actually. It really solidified now. It really solidified this month. It really solidified this month that, again, I forgot my point. Yes, it's unproductive because the more burnt out I am, the more fatigued I am, the more brain fog I have, the more the just feeling like everything's a chore, like the things that can be usually if I'm in a really healthy state that I can deal with really well becomes extremely stressful, more difficult to deal with and handle. It's because I'm in a constant state of burnout and it's hard to break out of that. For me, it's really hard to break out of living in a state of burnout and just gunning through things. And, I'm not well, but let's just push through anyway. And not saying that sometimes we don't need to push through. Sometimes there are circumstances where we need to just have a lot of grit and push through it. But it shouldn't be the regular routine of life. Like it's not the way I want to live my life. Like I don't want to live my life in a state of constant burnout just to get by it's if it's something I don't need to do anymore. It's like yes, that doing that helped me get to this point in my life, but it's counterproductive now. It's actually inhibiting me more. It's impairing my performance more. It's impacting my ability to do things more than actually slowing the fuck down and taking a break. And also, this is where the going outside more comes in because when I was in a state of constant burnout and just having no energy, I don't want to go outside. I don't want to do things. I even dropped when I was in a state of burn, I dropped drumming because it felt like a chore. I dropped playing guitar because it felt like a chore. I didn't really play video games that much as I like to because I felt like a chore. Things I usually enjoy start feeling like chores, and these are things that are indoors. And therefore, doing things outside, even going outside for a walk, felt like I can't be bothered. I can't even be bothered doing things inside. How am I supposed to be bothered doing things outside? Like, and then that sort of perpetuates the cycle of burnout because burnout, low energy, can't be fucked doing anything because I need to recoup and save the little amount of energy I have to deal with tomorrow's work or tomorrow's key tasks, such as work. Therefore, it just loops like this. And that's how I was living. That's how I've been living my whole life. And I didn't go outside, and that's why it all deteriorated my mental health, and I just felt stuck all the time. Now that, like, for the past week, I've been going outside more intentionally, being like going to a different environment to work on my short film and storyboard it. Trying to vlog more outside, even just that, just doing creative content, doing creative content stuff outside my house. Like I could just go to a park near my house, go find some random nice area to film in, hold a camera and vlog, just changing it up. Like going to the LGBT swim night event, which I never do. I don't go to events in general, let alone swimming events in the middle of winter. So it's something that it helps break the barrier. I don't go to book clubs, and that also links back to the whole energy thing because for me, if I don't have energy to do things that I'm familiar with, such as drumming and the will to, then going to a new event where it's unfamiliar, I don't know what it's like, and there's new people, it's just extra barriers for me. So being able to do this has required me to be in a healthier state of mind and be able to cope with sensory stuff and have the headspace for it to actually go to these things. The third time I lost my point. It's almost the middle of winter here in Melbourne, and going outside can be really hard some days because it can be really cold, raining, it gets dark at like 5 o'clock. It's just the weather is not great. Like summer, where a lot more people enjoy going outside. It's a nice day. But I try to go outside every day, at least for a short walk, except for days that it's constantly raining outside. Just to get the different sensory input from the environment around me, because it's not the same four walls of my house with the ceiling, with the objects being placed in the exact same place. Just going outside can help my subconscious go in different directions with ideas and linking info together, because it's not just seeing the same four walls again and again and again and again and again. I guess in general, whenever I start feeling trapped in my own head or stuck on a problem or not know where to go with my content, or when I'm working on, like, say, a film and I get stuck on how to proceed, or I'm trying to write something and I get stuck on how to continue writing, I would just do something different. Go outside. It can be a walk, it can be going to a new event, it can be trying something new, just doing something different or something new, or just being out of the house, confined to the same environment, four walls, seeing the exact same input day in, day out, can help, yeah, with creative ideas and problem solving in a way, because my brain won't be stuck in itself. If I don't know if that makes sense. It doesn't get trapped in itself from being stuck in the same environment. In summary, go outside, do new things, experience new things, experience life. Just try not to be in the same environment 24/7, because that I don't know about you, but it definitely for me affects my mental health and leads to spirals when I'm just constantly inside all the time. Thanks for watching, folks. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I will see you in the next one.